That's your cue, Kieran.
All right.
We only practiced this 30 times, but where's the applause?
Well, the video didn't start. Your robot video malfunctioned.
Yeah, it did. Hey. All right, get rid of that. And here I was thinking the applause for me, but it's not. Hello, everyone. That applause is for the DTL Crew. Thank you and congratulations. Your voice is being heard. I'll let my partner explain all that, but first, welcome to Double Trouble Live at Oaklawn Park. My name is Frank Scatone.
I'm Kieran Thornton.
And together we are
Double
Trouble. I know the regular watchers, have seen that shtick many, many times. But for all you new people out there, thank you for joining us. Double Trouble is a show we launched at Del Mar to champion and promote and wager on the new low takeout wagers that we're starting to see a trend of.
Yes.
So that applause was for the DTL Crew and for Oaklawn Park. Kieran, explain why we're here today doing this show.
Oaklawn paying attention to the gamblers here. I mean, what have we asked all the tracks to do? Give us high ticket prices and low takeouts, and we will take our wagering money and we will go bet it at your track. And Oaklawn did that. They got a $3 low takeout, 15% pick three, and then a $5 late double. I mean, hand in hand. That's what we were asking these tracks to do. And Oakland stepped up in a big way. And they got a great card, too, for opening weekend. I mean, what a card for this time of the year.
What do they say? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. They have a $3 get out late pick three and I think it's called a $5 final late double. Whatever. You say tomato, I say tomato. It doesn't really matter. The fact is they listened what Santa Anita started, and then Del Mar kept the momentum going. Now here we are at Oaklawn. This meet runs until May. Trainers from all over the country, competitive racing, great stakes racing, good claiming racing. We're going to have this bet every Friday through Sunday, and then at some point they're going to race Thursday through Sunday. We're going to have our hands busy, Kieran.
Yeah, I think they take a break. I'm not exactly sure if it's January or February. They take like a few weeks off, I think, for this long meet. I'm not exactly sure of the dates. But, yeah. I mean, if they offer the bet, we're absolutely going to do it. I mean, it's really good racing. You know, it's not the stuff where we're trying to figure out which 99-1 horse is going to win a Turfway, et cetera. You know?
if they build it, we will come. But, you know, we got on before. We're a race early. Race 7 is about to go off. They're at the gate. So let's watch this race and see if we can glean anything from it. They're off at Oaklawn in a 6-furlong sprint, a maiden special weight. Looks like a beautiful day there. But let's see how this track plays out heading into our sequence.
Yeah, and then I'm going to throw some stats up for us as well, Frank, while we're watching.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that while we're watching the race? Of course, we get to listen to Matt Dinnerman, the race caller. We've talked about Matt many times before on this show. Good friend of one of the DTL crew members, Carlos Ortega. Know Matt for a long time. He used to be an intern in the press box at Del Mar many, many moons ago. So happy to see him at the highest stage in racing at Oaklawn Park and also Monmouth. All right, we got them bunched up here, turning for home. Let's see where the fave is. The fave has got
supposedly the stats said for the 24-25, last year you wanted to be outside.
In the sprints, well, it looks like the horse who stalked 4 wide.
Yep.
Just made the winning move there. Is that the 11? Who is that?
Yep. I mean, I've got some stats up there for us. They had 364 sprint races last year, mostly at 6 furlongs, and you wanted to be outside. Post 7+ was 40% of the wins. Inside 30, middle. I mean, you wanted to be post 4 out and was like 70% of the winners. So,
Kieran, it's like you couldn't have drawn it up any better. It's like you made it happen. The 11 was 16-1.
Yep. I mean, it's
from the outside, stalk 4 wide the whole time. That was the winning trip.
I mean, it was kind of like the stats we saw at Del Mar too, where you did not want to be, inside. You wanted outside, and it ended up played for the most part. We'll have to see. I mean, trends change. Depends what they do to the track and the weather and whatnot, but it gives us at least something to look at. And then early speed and stalkers. You don't want to be too far behind. I didn't see how far the 11 was behind there, but you want to be pretty close up to the pace, at least going off last year.
The 11 was kind of stalking. It's like the winning trip at Del Mar in sprints. Wide stalking trip, maybe 2 or 3 lengths off the pace, but right in contention turning for home. So it actually plays out perfectly to your stats.
Yeah, and then we've got I went next up, a mile plus. So I think we had a 1.8 mile and a 16th.
Yep. And I think they run a lot of mile races there.
Yeah, I mean, here's the mile stats here. Interesting on the mile stats. It's got an interesting configuration, short stretch run. So that, as we know, is obviously going to benefit, people close to the pace and up there. And when you look at the stats, 42% of the horses, up there in the front, won at a mile last year. So it's just closers had a difficult time, which makes sense when you see how close, the run up is in the stretch. I mean, some of those horses need a bunch of ground and they don't have it. Well, we got an inquiry here now too. So we're going to be going on a little bit longer.
We just love to hear us talk. It's not like we did a 6-hour show on Sunday or anything, right? I mean,
well, actually, it'll give us time where we can actually dive into our pick 3 where we're not actually rushing into it. What did you do for yours?
Before we do that, though, I also think they have 2 finish lines, right? I think certain distances have another finish line. Of all the tracks in the country, I'm 100% focused on SoCal racing, but I kind of keep a little bit of one eye on Oaklawn Park. But mostly because when it comes time for the NHC, Oaklawn is where you find your big prices because the racing is so good. And they're not that hard to find, like a Turfway where you go -0, -0, -0, beating 85 lengths, just won, like a 6-5 shot.
Yep.
Here, I think they make a little bit more sense because it's dirt racing.
So, I mean, like you said, NHC, I remember the first NHC I went to, I was like, Oaklawn, wow, I've never handicapped any of those races because they weren't in any of the contests leading up. So it was like kind of eye-opening to me. I think they're actually starting to run some contests this year from what I hear in January and April. So I might have maybe I'll be traveling to Oaklawn. Everyone says it's a beautiful track, so it might be on my list of tracks to visit this year.
That's one of the few tracks in America that I haven't been to that I want to go to. I hear it's absolutely amazing. I hear the people of Hot Springs totally embrace racing. It's one of those places where you go to the coffee shop and people are talking horses. It's absolutely on my bucket list. Let's see if we can build up a nice bankroll so we can have an all-expense paid trip to Oaklawn Park if they do have an on-track contest. And we'll keep you guys up to date on all that stuff. Follow Matt Dinnerman. He's the racetrack caller. The number 3 Colts handicap is his handle on X. But if you just type in Matt Dinnerman, you should be able to find him. And, of course, Oaklawn Park has their own X feed as well. A lot of good stuff going on. But we're here to talk turkey, man. We're here to talk business. We got money to make. We got an advantage here. We've been playing this since July. A lot of new players who are just looking at Oaklawn Park are going, what? A $3 late pick 3 and a $5 late double? How do I play this?
Yeah, I mean, it's still amazing when we've been doing it. And yet we're going to see the avalanche of complaints about the CAWs. And it's, the CAWs are not going away. But this bet and these prices give us a real fighting chance. And, we get to see what's going on, get to make some money. I mean, it's a great bet. It's my favorite bet. It's where all my action is now. Late pick 3.
CAWs, I don't think, just so we're clear on everything, I don't believe they have the 2-minute cutoff like Del Mar and Naira have and Santa Anita. So we got to be careful when it comes to the win pool. We'll have to use the imputed double odds to kind of figure out which horses are going to get whacked in late. That also means, you got to be wary about the exactas and the trifectas. Oh, speaking of which, before we get going, Carol, let me see if the trifecta probable tool not available for this track.
Boo.
Boo is right. So that means the CAWs are feasting.
That should tell you. That is a sign, when they don't let those obvious information tools be available to us, that should tell you what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's a reason. I mean, and they say, well, they're not such a big part. but they won't let us see the information. So it absolutely has to be a big part of what they're doing.
Exactly. But you know what? We won't dwell on the negative. We will focus on the positive. We got a really good race to kick off the sequence. It's the Advent Stakes race. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a low-takeout double and a $3 late pick 3. How about that?
My ears, it's like nails on a chalkboard there. Oh my God.
You know that song, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Every time I mention a song, Kieran's like, what? I still don't know what kind of music he likes, but we'll leave that a mystery. Really good race for 2-year-olds. What?
Bad music. That's what you like.
Okay. 5.5 furlongs. What a stakes race. 2-year-olds. I think the 6, is the most likely winner. I really do like the 6 a lot. And I'm going to put my my pick 3 play up real quick. As you can see, I'm starting 1 just singling the 6 here. But I also give the 5, 6, and 7 a shot. That's the outside stalking posts that you talked about, right, Kieran? And sprints, those are typically favorable.
Yes.
And I thought each of those horses were going to get a good trip, forwardly placed, stalking in a good position, ready to pounce. Before we talk about those horses, I did consider, I'm not doing it, but I did consider doing another ticket using the 1-4 as well and really spreading in this leg. But I felt like I could get out of here with the 5, 6, and 7. And if you're looking at the will pays, the $1 double into this race from the previous race, the 6 is not the favorite. The 4 is actually the favorite. $63.30. The 6 is paying $80. And the 4 is the current favorite on the tote board. I was going to use the 4 as a backup.
I kind of like that because I even thought the 4 was probably going to end up being favorite. And
you did. Okay.
But I was like, that means hopefully I'll get a better price on the 6. I mean, I thought blistering early speed, jockey change. My notes were legit chalk and meets the track profile of early speed and mid to outside posts. So that's why I thought that one was Boca Beach. Won the debut race going 5. Bullet work at Oaklawn, which we like to see. But the trainer is pretty cold in non-graded stakes, 0 for 11. So that was my downgrade on it. I mean, if you wanted a name handle, we got the Double Down ownership group. So,
Yeah, I didn't know what to make of that Hawthorne form. That race obviously is super impressive. I don't think it rates as well from a race rating and a class rating point of view as some of the others, but it's hard to deny just how good that race was. And, you got Santana Jr. picking up the mount. He's terrific. He's going to win a lot of races this meet. I don't know. I'd like to see, this horse is going to have to repeat that race. We'll have to see if it is legit. I really thought, as much as I think the 6 has a huge shot, but I think the 5 is very interesting as well, just because coming out of a grade 3 route, cutting back after showing speed, 2 wins in sprint races, including 1 at Churchill Downs, which is a very highly rated race. I just think that horse is going to get the perfect trip. And I know it's only 5.5 furlongs, but that horse is going to be finishing very strongly with that stamina race under his belt.
Oh, yeah. I put won the first 2 races going shorter and then tired last out going longer. So cutting back made perfect sense.
That's like handicapping 101, right?
Yep. They did the right move. My long shot in here, though, and I don't think you're using it, I ended up hopping on the number 1.
I saw that.
Won 2 of his last 3.
I'm going to put your play up just so people can see your numbers. Is that all right?
Yeah, won 2 of the last 3. 1 on dirt last out. Best races are on dirt. And I thought, the morning line was 6-1. I thought it would not be that price. That's actually, it's actually drifted up. So way more than
what I thought. You think the horse would be shorter?
I thought the horse would be shorter, yes.
Yeah, my problem with that horse, I think that last race is terrific. And, I know it's at Zia Park, but it is a stakes race, and the horse won impressively. I just think there's enough speed in here that horse is going to get buried. And, When Kieran posts stats, I listen. I was tilted toward the outside with my selections.
Well, also remember, you also want to be at the front too. And I thought this horse
That's
is just
true.
horse is going to go. And I thought it met the profile of being on the lead. And maybe some of these other jocks will let him go off by himself and then come catch me, kind of thing.
You know, it's funny. Every time I put up your play, it disappears, and I'm like, why does Kieran keep taking his thing down? And then I realize there's a stupid new timer. Yep. So I just turned off the timer. So let me fix it. There we go. I'm like, is he embarrassed of his plays? He doesn't want the world to see what he's playing?
No, I mean, I spread a little bit more. I mean, I went tight with the 6 and the 1, but I'm actually looking here, and I'm wondering. I had a backup, pick 3 ticket where I went. Both of my main tickets are 1-6 getting out of this leg, but then I had a secondary ticket using 3, 4, and 5. But as we've been looking here, I may add number 7 on that ticket, so I might go 3, 4, 5, 7 with 7, 10 with 5. I'm pretty solid singling in the last race on my main ticket, the number 5, the chalk.
Okay, well. There you are. You're hijacking one of my picks. I do have 5, 6, 7 on 2 of my tickets. I do not have the 4 who's taking money, and I do not have the 1. And you know what? I'm going to live with that because I think, we talked about the beauty of this bet, Kieran, is that if you whiff in the first leg of the pick 3, you come right back with the double. And If you hit, then you have options. You can see if you're looking at a chalky combination, you can triple or quadruple your combos with the double, or you could start to hedge a little bit. I mean, I guess I could play a 1-4, just 1-4 with 10. Actually, I am going to do that. I'm going to do 1-4 with 10, just with the 5 and the 8 in the last. So I'm going to put that up there now. That's my favorite.
We didn't talk about this much, and we actually talked about it before the show. Miller. We're probably going to see a lot of Miller horses out here, and we've been tossing him when he's out here in California, but the scrutiny, let's just leave it at that, I feel is not as, the flashlights aren't turned on as high as they are here in California when you go over there. I think he won a race prior, right, Frank?
Yes, he did. He won earlier on the card.
I mean, he looks overmatched in this race, but I guess I'm going to have to try and push my Miller bias to the side here, especially if he starts winning a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm not going to use, I can't.
I'm not using it this one for sure.
I mean, I'm shocked though here on the horses. 7-2.
Yes.
All right, let's look at the road page real quick. Because we like to see what's buried there. The 4 is the favorite in the double. The 6 is second choice, and then shockingly, the Peter Miller third choice. That horse is taking money. I have no use for that horse. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. In the pick 3, it looks like again the 4 is the favorite, then the 6. And then the 2. Wow. Very interesting to me. 5 is not taking any love. The horse, my sneaky horse, nor is the 7. Let's talk a little bit about the 7, because you said you were going to throw the 7 in. Look, this horse won at first asking in a $100,000 race, maiden race at Ellis, was favored in that race for Steve Asmussen, lays up the horse. This was back in July. Lays up the horse and then brings the horse back in a stakes race with a bullet work over the track and should sit the perfect trip, according to your stats. I mean, I think that horse has a massive chance.
And then, we got a best of the work here at Oaklawn, which is what what I like. I mean, it's just one of my preferences. I like seeing the horses race at their track, even horses racing at Santa Anita or Del Mar, unless, they're going from the all-weather, at Los Al to the turf. I like to see them get a spin over the track they're racing on. It's just one of my preferences.
100%. So we have 10 minutes, Kieran, before we talk about the next 2 legs, just to map out our tickets. Let me just say hi to some people for joining us. Stephen D, he was already in the chat before we even started the show. So early front runner for MVP of today's show, Stephen D. Let's go. Let's make us some Christmas cash. I love it. John Alwell, I need money. We all need money. It looks like Kieran responded, "Show me the money."
No, we got that video here.
Go ahead, play it.
Oh wait, can you even hear that?
I don't hear anything. No. While our prop comic gets ready, Dan H, thank you for joining us. hit the late pick 3 at Aqueduct for $3. Dan H is not going in trouble, home in trouble, no matter what happens here. John, let's make some money. Yeah, that's why we're doing the show. You got it?
Did you see the payouts at GoStream today? Pick 4, $4. Pick 5, $5 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I did. Are you gonna play your little sound bite there?
I'm trying to see if I can get it to work. Hang on here.
All right. Yes, John. That's why we're doing today's show. Oaklawn, if you build it, we will come. Support the tracks that support you. Love to see the low takeout.
Let me give you a good thing to say that. Say it with me one time, Jerry.
Show you the money.
Oh, no, you can do better than that, Jerry. With me, brother. Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it.
Yeah, no. Show you the money.
Not show you. Show me the money. Show me the
For those too young to know, that movie was called Jerry Maguire, and it was about a sports agent. And I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan in the world, but it's a pretty good movie.
That was a pretty good movie. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. You didn't, you were like, oh, it's a love story, but then I had some football thrown in and whatnot.
Yeah, and that was Cuba Gooding Jr., I believe, right? He was the Show Me the Money guy.
Yes, he was.
All right, let me keep rolling through real quick, and then we'll get back to business. SoCal, yep, that's the Double Trouble, courtesy of Mark and Janet. I wanted to wear it to kick off the Oaklawn meet. Oh, thank you. I voice for radio, as they say. A face for radio. The Tri-Probable, yes, we used the Tri-Probable at Los Al the other day when we were doing our 18-hour show. So it's good that it's there, but that just tells you that it is available. And it should be available for every track, because if the data is available, that means that other people have access to it. But if we don't have a trifecta tool, we don't.
Yeah,
so to that point, Kieran, I tried signing up for an Amwager account because I know they have a lot of really good tools. We talked about Dutching tools and stuff like that. And, I'd go through all the process, and then I'd spin. You have to contact customer service. So I'll keep you posted on that. Because
I should look. I've got an account with them, and I tried logging in, and it wouldn't let me log in. But I guess if you don't do bets for like 30 days, you have to call in.
I really want to see what they have on offer, because I know a lot of smart players use it, and they have a lot of really good tools. And
they got like that. Yeah, they've got like that matrix thing for the pick 5 and pick 4, that you like doing, where you can put in your tickets. That's what I ended up signing up to try. I'll have to look and see if they actually have that trifecta tool.
And it'll place all the bets for you automatically. And also, like I said, they have that Dutching tool, so you can kind of say, here are the horses I like. I want to win $1,000 in this race, and it will kind of do the math for you based on the current odds. So that is something we can use in the double. But here, let's talk real quickly about the next two legs. I'm glad to see that you have the 10 on your ticket, because that's going to be my single on 2 of my tickets. But you also have the 7.
Yeah, I mean, my notes on this one, the 10, up in class, stats off the page, second, Lasix, Cox horse, the usual stats you would expect for a Cox horse. So I was kind of looking for a price, and I ended up landing on number 7, Midnight West, our California jockey, Evan. So our NorCal jockey's riding.
Evan Roman, he's a good rider.
And trainer's 22% winner last race. Has won 2 in a row. So I thought it was a good price backup in that race. And I also liked the number 1 in there. Inside post bias that we talked about, won 2 in a row. So, I mean, I went a little bit spready on some tickets, and then I'm really all about the 5 in the last race. The Chalky McChalk, Bruinia. I'm butchering the name. I mean, we got some stats against that. The jockey's 0 for 27, although the race we saw when we first came on, Frank, was, I believe, Cedillo's first win from the last 27. So maybe he's about to get on a hot streak.
Hey, you can't, like you said, like we always say, we joke, can't go 0 for forever.
Yeah, and sometimes, when they actually win, the light bulb goes off, or maybe they're just finally getting the correct rides, Yeah,
well, he won with a Peter Miller horse at a big price. So, yeah, getting that first win under your belt after, being cold for a while is a big thing. It's funny. I actually had a long shot in the middle leg as well, but that horse was scratched. So, of course, that makes me stronger.
3. I'm assuming it was number 3, right?
No, it was the other one who scratched. I think it was the 9 or the 8.
Okay.
Do you see? It was, yeah, it was the 9. The 9 was my sneaky one there. So of course I have to have more. I'm all about the 10. Let me put mine up real quick. So singling the 6 here, singling the 10, spreading in the last. I think that race is impossible. I'm with you. I do think the 5 has a big shot, but I don't think the 5 is noticeably better than a lot of others in there. They all kind of look the same to me. Then again, I told you I'm coming back. I'm spreading 5, 6, 7. So in the next leg, because of the scratch of my long shot, I threw in the other. I had 2 B horses. So as you can see, I'm also using the 2, 5, 10, and 11. Those were all Bs for me. So since my other A scratched, I just kind of upgraded them. And then on that ticket, I'm singling the 5 like you, Kieran. And then I'm coming back 5, 6, 7, singling the 10, and then going 5, 8 in the last. The 8 is a little bit of a price. So I structured, just so you people out there know why I structured the bets the way I did. I structured them the way I did because we have options after this race.
Yeah.
If we're alive, then we can figure out how to play the double. We either press on combos we really like that might not be paying so much, or we can hedge and throw in some other horses. Oh, I forgot. I also have this saver bet with your 1 and 4.
We had talked about it where we're going to do a double between the two of us, because how many times during the summer, Frank, did I or you have the first horse in the first leg of the double, and the other one has the horse in the second leg? So I think we're going to try that today. Where
why do you say the summer? Because that's the last time you cashed a ticket. The last 3 months. If I
only had to cash 1 ticket, and it paid for the last 3 months. While you're still looking for crumbs and pennies in the couch.
Who hit on Sunday when we did the all turf?
That's right. I forgot. You got that monstrous $200 hit. I keep forgetting.
$263. All right, just real quick because there's some good info here. Dan H always brings the info. He said something about here. Amwager has a low sell, 0% takeout on WinBet tomorrow. Yeah, I know they're a great platform. That's why I'm signing up for them, but I'm having trouble. Froggy Mushroom, thank you for joining us. Evening, gents. Thank you, Jeff. Classic movie. That was Jerry Maguire. Robin. Oh, SoCal Shy Fan. Thank you, Robin. Hello. And then lastly, 12 in the last is his bomb. Do we have the 12? I don't think so.
I do not have the 12.
Yeah, put up your play, will you? Let's see who you're using. Let's see who to root for. Anyone out there who has a play on the pick 3, please put it up so we can root for you. Or if you have an opinion on a horse, or ask us a question about a horse.
This first leg, Frank, they've only actually raced it 3 times, and the chalk has won 2 or 3, and no prices. But I mean, we don't really have a big enough sample, to get anything.
Yeah, because it's probably a relatively new stakes race, I would imagine. But look at the board. The win board isn't telling us much, right?
No.
The 6 is 2-1, the 4 is 5-2, and then you have the 2 at 9-2, the 5 at 5-1, and the 7 at 5-1. Are you surprised that the 2 is 9-2? I don't see it. I see the 2 dueling with the 1.
I thought that too. I mean, I guess Miller won a race, and they're thinking like we're thinking. He's out here, maybe his horses are, and and Ramon was his guy.
Ramon's good.
When Ramon was out here, he raced a lot of Miller's horses. So
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I really took a look at the jockeys. This is something we'll get better at as the meet goes on, because a lot of jockeys from different circuits came to Oaklawn this year. So there are some new faces, and there are some pretty good jockeys here. So you got Vasquez, who's ridden here before and has been leading rider. You got Ricardo Santana here. You got Luis Saez. This might be the first time he's riding at Oaklawn on a regular basis.
Rosario's out here.
Yeah, Rosario. I mean, these are top tier jockeys. They're not done. They're going where the money is. Oaklawn has great racing, big purses, and now they have low takeout, high minimum wagers for us.
So Dan's horse in the last leg. Oh, it looks like a Dan special. What's his reasoning? 30-1 morning line. If I have
Dan likes 12 in the nightcap,
and
that's his wise guy.
Yeah, the horse.
Colonial Slop Horse.
30 lengths back in the debut at Colonial Downs.
Dan, you don't have to tell us now, but when we get to that race, you have some splaining to do. Let's see. What do I have? I have a note on that horse, the 12. Yeah, I just wrote basically who knows. I mean, we don't know. That race is a throwout. That's why I had a problem with the last race, Kieran. A lot of these horses, could easily improve second start. And it's lightly raced horses. They're 2-year-old filly. Like, it's just a mess, absolute mess. What's the best result for us here? I guess the 6, right?
We both have the 6, and I'd like the 1, but that knocks you out.
No, I played that saver.
Okay, you did. Okay, the 1. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually a little surprised the 1 went up that much, and then I've got. We wouldn't mind the 3.
Well, I'm sorry, I cut you off when you were talking. Oh, are they off? They're off. Crap.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. Off. They're almost finishing. Wow, Miller knocked us out. Unbelievable.
Peter Miller. The money showed.
The juice is loose. The juice is loose. All right. Well, now we got to pay attention to his.
Yeah, I'm TVG is delayed on my big TV. I'm gonna stand up for 1 second because I want to see, because we missed the first part of the race. Stand by.
Well, that's 2 races for Miller. I guess we got to pay attention to him now at Oaklawn.
And that looks like it was a wire job. Come on.
How did they let him?
You know what? We talked about that horse, Kieran. We said, why is this horse taking the money that the horse is taking?
That's why.
Broke the maiden for 150, claiming race at Del Mar, wire to wire. Put up a huge buyer, but I didn't believe the buyer, only because you can't believe front running wire to wire winners. They always get big numbers. The debut was horrendous. Then ran in 2 stakes races at Del Mar on the turf, no good. Shows up here, blinkers off, and wins the stakes race for fun.
Yep.
Next.
Yeah, I'm okay losing to that one. As I said, there's certain, jockeys or, trainers, when they do that, I'm just not going to be on them. I'll beat them more times than I will.
Now we're going to be on them.
We will be.
Would you agree? Like now you got to jump on the Miller train.
Yeah.
Opening day, he's won 2 races with horses who didn't look any good.
Yeah, he's found the formula. Those supplements are very good supplements. GNC.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he sent half his barn there. But hats off to Ramon Vasquez. He rode that horse really, really well. John said that the pick 4 paid. You must mean the pick 5 paid 4 out of 5. So they pay 4 out of 5. They didn't do a carryover. I don't really know the rules. We'll have to figure out the rules. Dan H, 7 here, added as good value. Yep, we're all dead.
That's why
6-2, yeah, with a long shot.
But the good thing, as we said, Frank, and I think Oaklawn, if they're listening to the show, this is what we had told Del Mar and Santa Anita. If you structure a hard race to start to pick 3, you will get a juiced pick 3 pool, and you will really juice the double pool.
You'll get both pools. Yep, that's right.
If you have a logical odds on or logical single to start to pick 3, you're going to kill your double. I mean, so we should see a healthy double, because look at us. We're going to be firing away again. We were going to fire away no matter what, but we absolutely have to fire away now, and that's why you got to structure it.
Well, that's why, Kieran, that's why I didn't put up a specific double play, because I wanted to see what happened in this leg. I was 100% expecting to be alive after this leg. But
I was actually joking.
Out the window now.
We actually had every horse but the 2 between us. Of course, Miller would screw us. The
Well,
California trainer.
but you know what, Kieran, we talked about it. We alerted people. We said he's there for a reason.
Yep.
I said, we both didn't like the horse on paper. I don't know why anyone would like the horse on paper. The only reason to use that horse was because of the trainer.
Yeah, and he didn't even work the horse out there. He just shipped it straight out from a workout here.
Going forward, we know that Peter Miller horses are live. He won 2 on opening day here. There's a reason he shipped half his stable to Oaklawn.
Yeah, so you gotta, and not just here, you gotta pay attention to other tracks that he's shipping his horses to now. So he's got the right formula.
No, I don't think he's gonna ship him anywhere. He's got a string in Oaklawn, and he's probably gonna keep a string out here. He said all his turf horses are out here, waiting for Santa Anita, and he sent all his dirt horses to Oaklawn. So. Smart. Go where the money is. Okay, Dan, Dirty Witch, Rich, we are not. Absolutely not. The one was not getting out. Yeah. 2 changed that race. 2. I really thought the 1 and the 2 were going to kill each other off. Did the 1 break slow? Because, I was too busy yapping. I missed the beginning of the race.
That's probably
here it is. Right? It had to be because the 1 had speed. The 1 should have been dueling with the 2.
1 was supposed to go gate to wire. So that,
Yeah, well, here, Jeff says the 2 broke great and ran well. So that's the one who went wire to wire. Yep. Brought 21 horses to Oaklawn. Thank you, John. Dan, speed has been okay on routes today. Not sure if we had a wire to wire sprinting today. Don't think we did. The other Miller horse was forwardly placed and may have been wire to wire. Broke from the 12 post, made the lead, and never looked back. So the 12 that won for him ran his ass off. Yeah. Miller came to play. So Kieran, we use the information available to us. He was cold in Southern California. Clearly, he was pointing to this meet, right? 1-2 right off the bat. So now we start to pay attention.
Yep. Now he's on the radar.
And
now he's not an automatic toss. Now we got to really look. And
now he's an auto include. You got to use him.
Like even now, looking back, so the horse worked 47 before shipping out. So now we gotta pay attention to his sharp horses moving out.
All right, Kieran. Like I said, I didn't construct a double because I wanted to pivot depending on what happened in this race, but you did. And obviously you're more than welcome to change your wager now that we're both out of the pick 3. But tell us what your idea was, your strategy was, and how you approached this $5 late double.
But when I went and looked at it, I really thought, for a chalk that I could fire away at was in the second leg, the number 5 with Cedillo riding. So I really like the 7 here, and I thought I'd get a good price. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to fire a little bit more. So I went $40 with this one, firing into that one. And then
that's your long shot, right? And by the way, optics, that horse looks really, really good on optics as well. I might have to use that horse. I wasn't going to use the horse, but I might include it now that it's also one of your top picks.
And then, the 10 makes perfect reason as the chalk in here. I was like, but I didn't think it's going to pay enough. Well, we can look right now. Let's see what the 10-5 is paying and the 10-7. Because
that's one of those things I was like,
what am I? So the 7 into the 5 is paying, 7 into 5.
189.
I'll take that 8 times. So that's what I was looking to get. At least 1,000 on my, my bigger bet. So I'm happy with that.
10-5 is 47, Kieran.
That's actually not bad for,
bad.
So 4 times. So, when I'm using the Chalky McChalk and doing a lower ticket, I like that it covers my other bets. You know what I mean? Is my kind of approach there. And then I kind of did a little bit of spread because I had if this race falls apart, I don't know how the track plays. I've never really bet Oaklawn. So I was like, you know what? I got to probably spread a little bit. So that's why you see that, the other double 1-5-4 into the 5 in the next leg.
Okay. Yeah. So the 7 is your separator horse. Let's call it that, even though it's sort of because it's 10-1 on the line. But you also think that the favorite has a big shot to win. So you're using the favorite as well, just kind of to protect your bankroll, so to speak. The 7 is to crush it.
Yes.
Right?
7 is
to crush it. The 10 is to kind of preserve your bankroll, and then you're also coming back with the 1, the 5, and the 4. Let's take a look at those, because they're going to be pretty good prices too, I would think.
Yeah, the 1 into 5. Yeah, 1 into 5 is paying 208. 4 into 5 is paying 844. I'll take that. And 5 into 5 is paying 129. And I got them twice, so I mean, I'm all about the 5, as you can see in the last leg. And then I've got like kind of the saver double with my long shot into the 1-8. So I've got 7 into 1 is paying 506, and 7 into 8 is paying 431. So I'm trying to get paid here today. You know, maybe a mistake, but that's the way I approached it.
Well, why don't you look? Because I'm going to look at the doubles that are paying off in the next leg. Why don't you pull up the will pays and see if there's any sneaky money? Because I pulled it up real quick. The 5, if you have the double alive and have the 5 here, it's paying $35, and then it's like a kind of a scramble. The 2's 51, that 1's 59, and the 8 is 58. The 10 is 41. Yeah. But the 5's pretty strong favorite, and also the pick 3 as well.
Yeah, and I mean, when I looked at that one, I mean, I think Torres his stats kind of suck lately, but he's one of the better trainers out on the circuit out here from my back of the brain memory about him. I put one last out, second prior, and trainers 32% winner last race. And I mean, the fact that an 8-1 morning line is the favorite is interesting, huh, Frank?
Yeah, let me see what my notes are. What number is that horse, Kieran?
Number 5, Super Cruise, went from 8-1 morning line, is 3-1 right now, and the double money had this one, the double will pays. This is the robot money right here. The robot's got the word on number 5.
Well, here's my comment. Super Cruise, lightly raced 3-year-old with 2 good races at Oaklawn Park, faces winners off layoff, but have to assume the trainer has been pointing to this race. Might need one, but not impossible with maturity. I have the horse as a B. I'm going to upgrade to an A. Because I'm gonna be tight with the 10 to a couple of horses in the next leg that I have to price out, and then I'll come back and play my B horses are the 2, the 5, and the 11. So I got to figure out what combos I want to play based on what the probables are. That's why we do the show, Kieran. Even though we talk handicapping, it's a gambling show.
And then remember, we're both going to pick a horse in each leg to use on a $10 double between us. So you got to remember which one's going to be your horse that you say, Kieran, you don't have it, you should have it, and I'm going to tell you which one's mine.
I'm gonna work on that now. Why don't you take a look at the will pays, see if there's any sneaky money. You talked about the 5 being 8-1 and it's 3-1.
Let's see him going.
And I think the 5 is also the favorite in the multis, right? So that morning line was just bad.
Yes, it was a bad morning line, and the 5 looks like the favorite into the double going forward as well. 5 into 5.
That's your Brunia?
Yeah. Okay.
So I need to. I gotta do my thing. I'm writing my numbers down. Old school pen
I'll go
and
through
paper.
the comments here and see what people are saying.
There you go. See, it takes 2 to make a thing go right. It takes 2 to make outside.
All right, we got Nick's bet here. He's going 5-10 with the 1 in the next.
5-10 with the 1. Red River Storm.
Yeah, I have that on, I think, one of my tickets here. But
you know what my note is on that? Looks like a Kieran special.
Do
you have him?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yeah.
You have Red River Storm?
Yeah.
It's a Kieran special.
My note was the only question I had was off Lasix. This is the first race off the claim in July. Up in class, and to your point again, they picked this place for a reason. You know, they could have come back somewhere else. This is where they came. I thought they had a really sneaky chance. And then this race, the race 10, favorites are 0 for 6, and 5 of 6 winners were 5-1 or more. The last race, Frank. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of stats.
I thought this race was so crazy.
No, but race 9 actually has been run 20 times. 50% of the winners were over 5-1. So, and 4 of those.
The last race? I thought you were talking about the last race. Sorry.
The last race is they're both non-favorite races, both of them historically. But we have more stats for race 9. You usually want to price 5-1 or more is 40% of the time.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 735. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Man, I'm having a hard time here. All right, I need some probables. Let's look at some probables with the 10. 10 is now favored.
Okay, so 10 is favored to 10
Okay,
5 is paying $54. Not bad.
Here, let me ask you. 10 with 2.
10 with 2 is 86.
10 with 3.
193.
10 with 5.
54.
Oh, that went up. 10 with 6.
733.
Whoa. 10 with 7.
733.
Both
Oh, no,
733?
sorry. 103.
103. 10 8.
439.
430,
651. 651.
651. Okay. Those are pretty good. I mean, the 10-5 combo is paying $54.
That's actually really good.
I know. I was going to say, if you play that 5 times.
I thought it would end up. I thought 5 to 2 was a good morning line for that in a race like that, with a lot of question marks. But I mean, when you're getting 2 to 1 over 5 to 2 and getting $54 for $5 is actually not bad. You're getting 10 to 1. I wouldn't shake a stick at that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do some funky stuff here. 10. Gosh, the 6. You have anything on the 6? I think the 6 is super sneaky in the last race.
I did not use it. What is
10,
the 6? Karoom's Croupier.
Yeah, Cromer's, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, whatever it is. 2, 5, 11. Oh, you know what? Can I ask you a couple of more probables, Kieran?
All right.
I just want the two in this race to the 5 in the next.
155.
2 and then 5-5.
5-5 is drifted up again, $64.
64.
And 10-5 is drifted up to 55. There's
11-5.
11-5 is 604.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. All right. I have a plan, but let's see. Then I got to do $10. 10 with 2, 3, 7, 9. All right. I'm going to put my double play up. Look at Nick Sievers, 5-10 to the 1. He's very tight. Kieran special. He likes the 1. You want to roll through the comments, Kieran, while I'm putting my play up here?
Yes, I put our Frank Brain music on. We've gone through the comments. We don't have any more comments. I rolled through them. Oh, wait, hang on.
I see 8.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it went away on me. Hang
1,
on.
2, 3, 4. That's $40. I mean, I have to do this because I have to put the winning double. Oh, look at Mr. Guitar is back. Nice. Woot, woot. 5-8 with 1, 2, 7, 8, 10. He's spreading in the nightcap, too. That's a tough race.
Yeah, and he's going for some prices.
As he should.
Here's Dan's sire only has 2 crops.
$10.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on other shows. Dan likes looking at the pedigree. It's just not something I really jump into too much because, man, you can just get lost in the weeds, I found. Although there's handicappers, we know them, do excel when they look at the pedigree. They find some crazy bombs. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think with firsters or first-time turf, pedigree is very important. I use Formulator for that. Dan, what do you use to look up? I usually just focus on the dam side. Dan, if you have any pedigree suggestions for us, we're all ears. $10 double. Oh, man, you're going to laugh, Kieran.
Yeah, I'm going to post here. Frank.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I'm writing my novel. But this is how you play it, man. You got to use the info. You got to use the info. All right, I'm almost done. And that's why we're doing this. So let me add this, and we'll go over it in a second.
Yeah, and then we got to throw our ticket together as well. So
yeah,
so
this will help. I'm singling the 10 to the 2, 3, 7, 9. I'm doing that for $10 because we went through the probables, and I figure that's the right amount. I'm doing a $30 double, 10 to the 5, because that was the short payout, but we both thought that that was a very logical result.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming back, singling the 10 to the 6 and the 8. And then I'm doing a 5-5 and then a 2-11 with 5. Because the 5 is, we both think the 5 is probably the most likely winner in the last race. But it's not that, it's not easy. It's not an easy sequence.
So which horse would you like to use in this leg and which horse in the next leg for ours, Frank? Like, which one do you think?
Well, who do you have? So I'll pick one that you don't.
I think you should use you don't have number 7, so I think you should use number 7. That's
In
my
the
price
first
horse.
leg?
Yes.
You know what? You're right, because Optics had a strong move on it. You want to put this on our communal ticket?
Yes, this is going to be our communal ticket. So
Okay.
7 is who I think you should have. Who do you think I should have? What's your?
I think I want to go bombs away. Oh wait, in this leg, let me see who I like best on my notes between the 2-5 and the 11. So in the first leg, I would go.
I will say the 5 when I looked at
2.
another service I looked at, I didn't get permission to talk about it. 5 was their horse they liked. Until they give me the okay, I'm not going to push them. So 5.
Okay, well,
5
I have the 5 in the combination. I think you do too, right? If not,
yes, I have 5 in one of my bets.
yeah, I would use. I think the 2 is sneaky, and let me tell you why. Almost the same reason as why the 5 is sneaky. This is a 3-year-old.
Oh, it's McPeak. He's won a couple of races today, I think, as well. All right, so we're going to go 2-7, and then in the second leg, I think we should use. If I was looking for a price horse, I would be going back and forth. I liked 8 just because it's another Evan Ramon horse, and the reason I jumped on it was what did I say here? Tired in the debut, dropping in class. The logical 2-year-old next out kind of wake up, and that's why.
Okay, well, I want to go back to this race.
Oh, and it's Ron Moquette. He hits with some bombs, I think.
Yeah, he's a good trainer. First division, the 2, and the one that I gave you. This is a 3-year-old coming off a layoff, ran in stakes races, carrying 114 pounds. Why is this horse so light? You got 125, 122, 122, 117.
What's the conditions? Let's see what the conditions are.
114.
3-year-olds and older, 120, 122. Older, 125. Non-winners of race since June 13th allowed 3 pounds. So I'm assuming this jockey's a bug as well.
No. That's what I'm saying.
That's 11-pound weight break.
I know. The other 3-year-olds are carrying like 117.
And it's a mile and a 16th, so that gives them a little bit of options too.
That was my sneaky angle on that horse.
All right.
Although if I look at the changes, it'll probably say Esquivel +8.
Oh yes, yeah. He went out to dinner last night.
let me look at that first before
one of the other jockeys were like, "Man, you know how much he's getting a weight break?" And his owner goes, "Take him out to dinner. It's on me."
Take him out. Overweight number 3. Okay, no, it doesn't say anything about him being plus, so he must be tiny.
So I think we're definitely going to use the 5 in the next leg, or do you think we bombs away on the second leg, Frank?
What do we have in the first leg so far?
We're doing 2-7. We're just going to do 2 horses in each leg.
There's a price here I think I would use the 5 for sure because they're going to pay, and then we'll put a sneaky one in. My sneaky one's going to be that Croupier Krummer.
What's that, number 2?
No, I think 6? It's race 10. Number 6, Karooms Croupier.
And I will use the number 1. So we're going to do a $10 double between us. 2-7 with 156. I think that costs us $60, right?
2-7 with 3x2 is 6 times 10. Yeah. Do you want me to put it up, or did you do it?
You can put it up while I figure out how to do it on my.
I'll just call it the DTL double. $10. 2-7 with
156. I mean, this is what we said we were doing because we're all a team and we talk things through, and the amount of times one of us has had a horse in one leg and not in the other leg has been or they run second. It's been insane.
Kieran, plus, we're not betting any other pools because we're not idiots. We're not playing the exactas or trifectas.
No.
All
And
of our
this is-
bankroll is allocated to the last 3 races.
Yep.
So we
that's
got to
it.
fire away. We got to support the pools.
And this is
So
our
that's,
only.
that's the DTL double. Let's see. Anybody else here? Frank? Oh, did you do this, Frank? Yeah, nice. John Alwell. He's going to start with the 4 here. 4 with 5, 10, 11, 12. I do not want to miss the start of this race, so I want to keep the volume on. Who's the 4? Any of us have the 4 here? Heavenville. I did not use Heavenville. You did, though.
Yes, I have the 4 on one of my tickets, and it was just an Asmussen horse. 1-2 of 2, I think, is what my note said.
All right. Okay, here's Dan. Looks at the dam side. Yeah, for synthetic, I think it's very important. Nick and I got one last night. Bet down 15-1. Yeah, breed play. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I had a guy on my seminar, this guy John Murphy. He hangs out at Del Mar all the time.
You know what, Frank? I'm going to toss another $20. I'm going to use it as my money. I don't know. It might be indigestion from last night's dinner, but I feel like I should throw in a crazy price. Number 8, Evan. Maybe he wins one of the races for us. Call it a gut feeling. So
Yeah,
our ticket's $80 now.
Kieran's now mentioned Evan Ramon 3 times. I'm going to guess he golfed with him 3 years ago.
I did not, but you know who I golfed with? Cedillo, who broke his offer.
But back to what I was going to say about the dam side. He actually goes back and watches the debut race that the dam had to see if she had any speed.
Oh, okay.
And then she'll look at, and then he'll say, all right, well, if the dam had speed, then maybe the first time starter had speed. So just interesting ways. Like there's many ways to get to a winner. 4 and 13 seem interesting. Yeah, Kieran's on the 4. The 13 and 14 both got in, by the way, and I looked at them long and hard because when the A's sneak in.
The amount of times. Like I think my biggest, what was that long shot in the Kentucky Derby a couple of years ago? It was that AE that got
Rich
in.
Strike, yeah, the 21.
I had every trifecta, and the way I had structured my trifectas and exactas was using the longest price on the board. And I was doing something else and didn't notice that horse got in, and I would have used it. And all the other horses, it was like a monster pay, and I was like, oh, yeah. That was me not paying attention. Caused some stacks on that one.
Dan likes our McPete routing. Pretty safe to include the 2. And yeah, Kieran, I mean, the 2's taking money for a horse coming off the layoff, 9-2. I'm fine with that. Look, Super Cruise is on the drift, 4-1 now. The money's coming in on Uncle Caesar. Let me look at the imputed doubles on optics, see if anyone's going to get whacked late. So Myra's, according to the double odds in this race, Kieran, Myra's Boy should be around 9-1. First division should be around 6.5-1. Heavensville's dead, 25. Super Cruise is bet, 7-2 off an 8-1 line in the double. 6 is a bomb. 7, 10-1 line, little dead, 15-1 in the double.
And 10 to the 5 has drifted up. Like what's interesting is the doubles have drifted up somewhat. So 10 to 5 is paying, just went down right now. So the robots was 61. It's down to 58. And the 5 to the 5 was 61 and it went up to 68. So they're starting to hit that. The robots are starting to hit that 10-5. It looks like double.
What is it paying?
58. It just dropped. But I mean, that's still.
No, it was 47 when we started.
No, but I'm saying in the last few minutes, I had drifted up and now it's starting to get hammered down again.
How high was it?
Got up to 68.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's probably going to come back down to 45.
Once the gates open, yeah.
But the thing is, it's hard to manipulate this market because you got to spend $5 per combination.
Yeah.
And then you got to deal with the 15% takeout and your rebates, only 2% instead of 13%. I'm leaving my double play up so you guys can check real quick. There's the DTL double.
Oh, you gotta add the 8 in there, Frank. I tossed in I just threw another crazy price grenade.
Okay, so you played the 8 in this one, in ours.
In ours, yes. I did 1-5-6-8 when we did the bet.
In the last race.
Correct.
Okay, let me do that real quick. So that's 4 times 2, so that's $80, right? Here's the wacky
Yep.
Kieran Frank DTL bet.
I mean,
I'll leave that up
for
there.
this pool, for
They're
this
about to
pool
go
of what
off,
it's paying,
Kieran. They're
Frank,
about to go
I
off
think
here.
it's worth it. I mean, I think it's worth it.
It's worth it just because we're getting such great value. Low takeout. Everything's worth
Yeah,
it.
I
I
mean,
love it.
if you get a chalk paying $50 to $60 in this day and age is pretty dang good. You know what I mean? You wouldn't get that on an exacta.
All right, they're off. Good luck, everybody. Let's get out of this leg alive. Let's go.
Come on, Evan. Take us to the promised land, Evan.
Super Cruise on the outside with a big run. Super Cruise in the three path comes calling for the lead with First Division. Evanville trying to stick around. Myra's Boy right behind them at the top of the stretch. First Division has the lead. Super Cruise now asks for his best, but First Division has something for the final furlong and kicks away. Kicks away by two. Super Cruise into the second position. Dan Samo's next into third. It's First Division with a furlong to go, and he's opened up three. Dan Samo charging after him.
Push the line.
Samo's going to make one last desperate dive. Here's the line. First
Woo.
Division. First Division held off the
McPeak. That was the
Yep.
one. That was my horse. That was mine, baby.
And
Kieran's horses, no bueno. No
the
bueno.
alternative horse was looking, if I had a little bit more time, it would have got up there.
Again, he doesn't talk about the winner. He talks about his losers.
It wasn't
Let's
mine. I
talk
didn't
about
have
the
it.
winner that I gave out and that Dan corroborated. McPeak routing, can't go wrong. Carrying 114 pounds. That was the angle right there, man. We gave
Yep.
it out. Clear as day.
And that weight made all the difference right there.
It did, 100%. Because everybody had dead aim on him. He's carrying less. I don't know why he's carrying 114.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-year-old, so he got in at
Let's read it again here. Okay, 3-year-olds carry 122.
All right.
So he's a non-winner. So 122 minus 3.
Is 119. So he still has a 5-pound weight break.
No, here, or a race since May 13th, 5 pounds.
Even 5 plus 3 is 8 from
122.
Oh, 8 from 122, not 8 from 125. Okay, that makes
So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's it there. Yeah.
Such a race since May 13th. Wow, it almost like they kind of like
made the race.
They wrote the race for that horse.
Yeah, that's
so weird. Why would you do that? May 13th?
Well, and people think, yeah, they don't do that. Remember this summer for Gold Phoenix's prep, like there was no races for us because we had that nonsense scratch, with the Eddie Reed. And they went to the racing office and they're like, they manipulated the criteria. So Gold.
They wrote that allowance race with 18 conditions. But really, like, I mean, come on. How arbitrary is that? Such a race since May 13th allowed 5 pounds?
Well, even these days, the racing secretaries have to get, pretty creative, to get the race field sizes up anyway.
Yeah, because I'm looking. Natural Rights won on June 14th, so he doesn't qualify. He was also a 3-year-old, so he carried 122.
We have some nice spreadage now into the next leg. Let me look and see what the will pays were. I'm doing this just to see if we can get an idea how they're hammering the pools. So before it goes official, Frank, the will pays, the 2 into the 1, 434. 2 into the 5, 134. 2 into the 6. Yeah, we want that one. We're cheering for 6, Frank. $2,600. And 2 into the 8, 561. And those are all for $5. I mean, even 2 into the 5, that's 268. It's not a bad return.
Oh, really? Because I have that.
You've
2.5 is what?
2 into the 5 is paying 130 something.
Okay, I only have that for $5. So,
hey, it covers the bets. I mean, we talk about
that,
it a lot.
Yeah, that one does. But I mean, I like ours. I'm going to root for ours.
I mean, we've got some.
Pretty good.
So let's look at this 6. Oh my God, 6 is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm all about the 6 now. Come on, 6.
I gave you a secret angle with the 114 pounds on the winner of race 9. My secret angle on the 6 here. Why is Santana riding this horse? He's one of the best jocks in America. He rides for Asmussen. He's riding this horse. This horse is a maiden special weight dropper.
Yeah, came from Fairgrounds. Trailers 18%, third off the layoff. I mean, that last race.
Well, here's the thing here, because we like to talk about conditions, right? That's one of our things.
Yeah, this condition.
And as we saw in the last race, if you read the conditions, you understood why that winner was carrying a 114, super light. The conditions of this race,
Arkansas bred.
Correct. These are Arkansas breds. So my challenge. This is the reason I thought this race was tough. My challenge was, look at those. Look at the 2 and the 3. They come out of $100,000 maiden claimers at Churchill. That's a maiden claimer. This is a maiden special weight. Are they equal because that's open company at Churchill and these are just Arkansas breds? See what I mean? Like, I had a hard time comparing the class levels. Same thing, like the Evangeline Downs horse, the 1. I mean, that's a good race against maiden special weights, but it's at Evangeline Downs, right? So how good is that race?
Our buddy Steve-O.
Yeah.
He's a big advocate for Oaklawn, and I bet you if I shoot him a text right now, I know for the last 3 or 4 years he's been bugging Oaklawn to do tournaments, like do tournaments. Okay. But he's always been a big advocate. His brother's trains, Arkansas trained horses. They're like,
oh yeah, and his dad
find some sneaky angles when you look at the conditions for these. There's one thing, Kentucky bred, Arkansas breds, coming from Kentucky. That's a nice little angle.
That's right, because that's on them, and they're racing just against fellow Arkansas breds. That's a huge class advantage. They're facing way better horses. So that's what I mean. I think a $100,000 claimer at Churchill is probably better than a restricted Arkansas bred maiden special. I don't know. I would love to, optics gives you race ratings, but you can't give a race rating until the race is run, right? So I don't know. Typically.
And this particular race, Frank, they've raced it 5 times. No favorites have won. 2 of the winners were under 5-1. One of the winner was 5-1 to 10-1, and 2 of the winners were over 10-1. So it's kind of like all over the map.
Yeah, but it's a small sample size because they've never had enough Arkansas breds to run to run a restricted state bred maiden special, but now they do. And that's a good point. Like you said, Kieran, Arkansas breds coming from tougher circuits, you have to think that that's a class relief, even if it's a maiden claimer, right?
Yes. Now let's look at the wheel pace. So wheel pace, let's go up. For the double into this race, we didn't have any change, Frank. 134 for the 5. Second choice is number 2 at 197. Then we go to 227 for the 7, and then it starts 434 for the 1, and then it starts going up. Pick 3. 2 is paying 845.
Okay.
5 is paying 725. That's pretty much it, and then it starts going exponentially higher.
Pick 4. Who was the first one you said, Kieran? Who was the first one? You said
the favorite is 5 is paying 725. 2 is paying 845 on the pick 3.
Wow, the 5 is 5-1 on the tote. Kind of dead right now. The Chief's taking all the money. Do we have the 2, Kieran?
We do not have the 2.
We do not have the 2. That stinks. But the 5 is the favorite.
Now get this, Frank. Guess who's the favorite in the pick 4?
That's what I was going to ask
2,
you.
2,100. 5 is paying 5 is paying 31, and then it goes to 7, and it starts going up. Pick 5. Pick 5. The 5 is paying 26,000. The 2 is paying 36,000, and then it starts going up. I don't think it's.
So it looks like that's funny. The 5 is the favorite.
Oh, guess what, Frank? If the 6, it looks like the 6 is a carryover horse. 6, 12, 11, and 9 are carryovers. It looks like in the pick 6.
Well, no, the pick 6. I have horses paying 4 of 6.
Or the pick 5.
So do they not carry? Do they pay it all out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pick. Yeah, and I'm looking here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 horses paying 180, paying the exact same on the pick 5. So does that mean there's a carryover? I don't know how what the rules are.
That's the pool. The pool is 231,000.
Okay, so then
the whole pool.
Yeah, so that's.
But Kieran, let me tell you. I don't think we should use the pick 6 as a barometer because it's not like California. There's only $11,000 bet in that pool.
Okay, no, I think
the pick 5. The pick 5 is much better at 231,000. But let me just finish what I was saying. The 5 is the favorite in every pool except the pick 4. The 2 is the favorite in the pick 4. What do you make of that? Who's right? Is the pick 4 pool right, or is every other pool right?
I'm trying to look and see what we. Rocking the Lane. The only notes I put down: Rocking the Lane 7-2, ran 3rd in the debut, 2nd power with Racelands, and that's essentially that's as far as I went.
I don't know. Let me look at my pick 3 because I know I used that horse. 2. Okay, I had it on my spread ticket. I also had it on my spread double that's not alive. The only horse I'm alive to is the 5, and we are alive to 1568. Yeah, I thought that horse had a big shot. Let me just read my note on the 2. Rockin' the Lane ran well to finish 3rd despite a poor start. 100K claimer, but a similarly rated race. You know, that purse was like 80,000. Hartman, good 2nd start. I have it as a grade A, but I have like 8 horses as A's in here. But here's the other thing. Look at the horse that came out of the same race, the 3 Appealing Mischief.
Yeah.
That horse actually took more money than the 2 and had a horrible trip. So, I mean, that horse to me has a shot.
And you got Saez on it, so I mean, you can't argue with that. I'm actually surprised. I am, but I'm not that Bruana's paying that. I mean, we kind of thought that with what the Will Pays were doing on the double when we were getting such a good price.
I mean, if we're true to our word, we're going to have to just kind of live with the fact that we don't have the 2 who's taking a ton of money because we're not going to play an exacta, right?
No,
or are
we're
we?
not playing. No. Let's look and see what the exacta paid in the last race. I've not really looked at the pays, but so yeah. 2 was 5. Ended up going off at 5-1. And
tell me the pays. What did the winner pay, and then what did the place horse pay to place?
Winner paid $12.60 over $13.80.
So $12.60 times $13.80.
Yep.
173.
It paid $101.80 for $1.
Okay, well that was for 2. So let me divide it. It paid more than it should have, which makes sense. According to the win place, it should have paid 87. So there was some juice there. So that's a good sign.
If you get a price, yeah. I mean, let me look at let's look at
there's full fields, and these are tough races, Kieran. These are really tough races. Well, it can't hurt to look, right? That's the whole purpose of the show. This is a wagering show, ladies and gentlemen. You don't care what our selections are. We can tell you a little bit about why we like horses, but this is about wagering. This is about structuring.
You gotta go with the flow. That's why we do it live. I mean, we're live to multiple horses because we looked at the Will Pays and they look so good, and we're like, you know what? Let's fire away.
We got a community double going here based on Kieran and I pivoting and combining ideas. And Dan was right there to back up that winner. Let me just roll through real quick while you're looking up stuff, Kieran. He said McPeak routing, pretty safe. So Dan came back. He played a double. He had the 2. But he's single to the 5. Hold on, is that me? Let me mute me. So Dan is alive. Good job, Dan. And here, the weight break helped. The 13 was gaining. I think on even terms, the 13 wins that race, and we're skunked.
Well, I'm mad at myself, Frank, because the weight break is one of those things. I don't usually look at it at 6 furlongs, the shorter, but those miles. I mean, imagine being a horse and that last eighth of a mile. Would you rather a light guy on or a heavy old fart on? So
yeah,
I absolutely missed the weight break there, which is pretty bad. And
that's unlike you, Kieran. That's like a Kieran angle right there.
I mean, I love weight breaks on long distance, so I absolutely missed that.
But look, I mentioned it right away. You're like, oh my God, that's yes, we're using that horse. That's okay. There are things that I miss that you see, and that's the whole purpose of the show. And we have a whole community of people who see things that we don't, and because we gamble. I mean, I think that's the purpose of horse racing.
And the other thing that I missed as well, Frank, that I just and it usually takes a race or two before you get on. Especially, we're so used to just gambling in our own backyard. The California racing. Correct. And you were the one who hammered home to me. Always read the conditions. You will find juicy nuggets in the conditions. And again, I overlooked Arkansas bred for this last race. You know what I mean? Like that's a big deal. And people, those kind of little nuggets will help you look under a different rock when you're looking for a price.
First of all, oh my God, write this date down in history. Humble Kieran. I like humble Kieran. Admitting a mistake and learning from it. But no, you're right. I don't blame you for missing that stuff because we know the conditions at Santa Anita like the back of our hands. And if we see something weird like ALW 200K/C/N1Y, we know it's a weird condition, and then we read it. Typically, we don't have to read it because we know all the conditions.
Usually,
we run the same conditions over and over again.
Or after the first 2 lines, we're like, I already know what this one is. Or when we're going through the race, we're like, why is this horse in here? How are they letting him in? And they go, oh, okay.
Well, that's what I was like, 114. Like, that's so. Why is that horse in so much lighter than everyone? But anyway, look, we talked about it on the show. John didn't notice it fast enough, but you know what? That's okay. Dan has the 15 to the 5 and $5, $15 to the 5, $5 to the 12. Excellent. Dan's the man. 2-1, 2-7-7-2 projected. So he's projecting the favorite to be the 5, and then the 2 and the 7. We have the 7, right? We don't have the 2.
We do not have the 7.
Nothing like a 2-year-old argument to close the card. I know. I wish it was the first. If this was the first or second leg, we'd be set because we would have been able to see the probables before we structured our bets.
No, but I like how they drew up this. I'm hoping they keep drawing the cards like this because they're very competitive. And even if we don't hit, Frank, we had chances for some stacks. You know what I mean? And I like that. You know what I mean? It's set up nicely, so you can make some good money here.
This is a wagering game. You could select 8 horses on a 10 race card. Who cares? How much money did you make? How did you bet those horses? I always say that's why we're public handicappers. We give out our picks, and a lot of times people are like, "Come on, Frank, you have to say one for yourself." And I'm like, "No, I don't," because we could walk into a room and give 10 people the same horse. No. And they're all going to bet it differently.
No, I mean, the joke is, Jesus could come down to earth and go, number 5 is going to race or win race 5. And every handicapper in the room is going to go either, I was on that horse last week. I don't like it this week or some other.
Right.
Yeah,
or they're going to use the horse and they're going to be like keyed in second in a trifecta. And like, oh my God, I had the 20-1, but I only had him in second. He won the race. Come on.
I gave you a pick, my horse, a long shot. How are you going to bet it? I might bet the horse totally different with another long shot as the race. Like when we're sitting here looking on our phone on the probables, we go, oh my God, my horse really is great. Or he sucks. I got to cover it. I mean, that's the beauty of live versus throwing the picks out 2 days before on a long video, We're doing it live here. We're adapting to the conditions.
Kieran, we've both done a lot of selection-oriented podcasts. They're great. They're great as a starting point.
That's the research. That's your research and your notes, and then you take that, and as the racing's going on, you gotta. Well, I really liked the number one here.
Right.
I'm going to upgrade number 3 based on what I saw.
You got to deal with scratches, first of all. You got to deal with weather conditions. You got to deal with the earlier races and how the tracks are playing. We say this all the time. What we love in the morning, we may hate in the afternoon. And that is the purpose of the show. We're horse players. Yes, we're also handicappers, but first and foremost, we are horse players. This is a pari-mutuel wagering game. You can have 8 winners. It doesn't matter who has the most bankroll at the end of the day. And look, we got whiffed out of the pick 3. I only have a $5 double, but we pivoted and we talked and we put a ticket together. And look, we're alive to $10 double to 4 horses.
Yeah,
and
we're actually,
2 of them are paying really good, right?
One of them's paying $5,200, Frank. Number
for
6
five, for $5.
The 6. Remember, I did it for $10. So right now, I'll tell you what our will pays are on our double. So for $10, we're looking at $868. Yeah. So number 1 is paying $868 for us.
For 5.
Number 5 is for I'm adding it up $10 because I did them for $10.
That's what I was wondering. Okay. So if we hit, it's going to pay $800.
We're going to get paid $868, or the 5 we get paid $268, or the 6 we get paid $5,300 plus, or the 8 we get paid $1,100.
Yes, 168. Let's go. Hey, look, Kieran, this wouldn't be the first time in the show we gave out bombs. Very first show we did, you gave out ribbons. Leonard Powell,
I had a T-shirt.
Mirko DeMarco's first ride, I think, in Southern California. It was 27-1.
And I talked him up, and I said he's going to be a good jockey. He won that first race. So then I had a T-shirt made, and I was going to wear it on that Thursday show. And the wife said, "Save it for the weekend," and I had the 28-1 horse here. And then Frank pulls a 57-1 out of his butt. So I couldn't even wear the damn shirt. All that clowning down the drain.
And not only that, but we love to give each other a lot of we tease each other a lot. But that's good. It keeps us sharp, right? But I have the video of Serafine Carmona, who was the jockey on that horse, after the PDJF event, taunting you on your birthday. He wished you happy birthday, and he goes 57-1. And then don't forget the Delta Downs one, 43-1, which I had in the double, but as we discussed,
we messed up. We didn't bet the win because we were blabbing. Yeah, we were blabbing away, and we're like, why do we not have win money on a 43-1?
Should never have been that high. We totally messed up. But you know what? Our listeners had it. What do we got? It was really slow today, huh? 4 minutes still. Well, that's okay. Let me run through the comments, Kieran. Let's see what's going on with the crew.
Yeah.
All right. John, 12-3 exacta in the 10th race. Did we mention the 3 here? Oh, yeah, the 3 is the other one coming out of that $100,000 race. And then the 12. Oh, that's Dan's sneaky one, the 12, the pedigree play.
Yeah.
You want to look real quick? What is the 12? What does the 312 exacta pay? Just so John has an idea. It's got to be good. It's got to be really good.
312 exacta. Hang on. 3 with 12 is paying $532.
That's for a buck or 2?
For a buck.
Yeah, that's great. What is the favorite combo? Who's getting hammered?
I'm looking here. So we got 2 with 3 is 2 with 7 is $20. 2 with 5 is 17. So it looks like
Kieran, look at this board.
2-1 is $32. 5.
The computers have no idea what to do. A 6-1, 4-1, 6-1. There's a 7-2. There's another 4-1.
Hang on a second, Frank. 5 with 2 is paying $11. That looks like that's the lowest price.
5.
Yeah, 5 with
okay.
5 with 2 is $11. 5 with 7 is 14, and then we go to 2 with 7 is 19. 2 with 5. So yeah, it's all about.
We're skunked if that 2's taking money. That 2 is live.
Yeah, that sucks because the amount of shows we've done where the robots have done this on us, and we go, "What's going on?" I'd say,
Yeah, but I mean,
what, 80% of the time we go, yeah, these guys knew legs ahead.
But here's the thing, Kieran. The 2 was 7-2 on the line, so the horse was expected to take money. So I don't think that's the robots. I just think that's proper money. But here, Dan says 150K so far in the $5 late double pool. I wonder what it was last year on opening day.
I can pull that up.
DTL Crew, I hope we fired away enough to make it better than last year. Otherwise, we're going to have egg on our face.
Yeah, but remember, we also came on for the pick 3. That's what we keep telling the tracks. It's all about the combined handle. One.
I know. I'm just joking.
Feed each other.
Kieran, I'm just joking.
I
can't.
I know.
I can't thank our followers enough for supporting us and the show.
Oh,
Kieran,
we forgot again. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Oh my God, keep forgetting. Like and subscribe.
We forgot again. Please like and subscribe. We're 2 clowns because we can't market ourselves to save our lives.
But here's the thing, Kieran. I don't care whatever the company line is. There's no doubt in my mind that our little show had something to do with Oaklawn implementing these wagers. It had to have been.
I mean, they even copied the get out of the day. And they're smart. They know what's going on. They see the attraction. I mean, look. I mean, we sent the pool info. The pools were up huge at Santa Anita. And I mean, 80% of the Del Mar numbers were on days we did the show. And we did the show on Fridays and Sundays. It wasn't like we did a Saturday show,
Yeah.
In
fact, the Saturday numbers were weak because we didn't do a show.
Yeah, that was actually
real quick, Kieran. Do you and if you don't have the time to do it now, we'll do it after the race. But I have what the pools are.
Well, I looked last year's numbers.
Okay, what are the pick 3? What was the pick 3 pool on opening day last year?
Opening day, I'm assuming. Oh wait, today's Thursday, right?
No, today's Friday.
Did they open on Thursday last year or Friday? So I can make sure I did.
I don't know.
I did Friday last year, and the pick 3 pool was 55,000.
117.
The double. I mean, it was a 50 cents pick 3, and it was a $1 double. The double last year was 46.7.
115,000.
Yeah, double.
DTL Crew in the house.
Yeah, we doubled up.
That's
we doubled it up.
That is us. And I say that with modesty because I do not have an ego. I really believe that our little grassroots campaign and the DTL Crew and all the CAW talk.
People know that, Frank. When you rub it into me when you actually started winning after.
What happened? Finish your thought.
Oh, you keep cutting in and out unless it's on my end. No, I was just saying, I mean, that's a double. Not too shabby. I mean, if you give gamblers the bets they want, they will bet it.
All right. Thanks, Dan, for that. I'm excited to talk about that. Believe me, I'm going to be insufferable on X. Patting ourselves and the DTL Crew on the shoulder. All right. MKT1847, thank you for joining us and sharing Alive in the Double to the 1, 5, and 7. What's the 1 paying? Because we don't have the 1.
We do have the 1. What are you talking about?
Oh, we
Red
do?
River Storm. Yes, that's the one paying us $868.
All right. Well, yes, I second what Dan says. Good luck, MKT. Mr. Guitar he's gonna dip his toe into the trifectas and supers. If we had a trifecta probable tool, I could tell you what your payouts might be, but we're not allowed to have that information. 1, 2, 3, 8, 10.
Yeah.
Dan, bring in some handicapping info. I don't want to miss the bet. They're at the gate. Okay. I'm going to turn my sound on so I can hear them. Hartman and Dirt Sprints, bread and butter, week with 2-year-olds. Wouldn't touch that win bet on the 2 with a 50-foot pole. I like the confidence.
Frank, one of my favorite bets is when I have a crazy price. I like doing superfecta boxes. So I'm just going to toss one out. I'm going to do 1.
Kieran can't resist. I know he can't resist. But here's the other thing. If the trifecta probable info is there, the superfecta is too.
Yes.
But we don't have it. We do not have it. But one thing that came out of the conference, David O'Rourke from NYRA said that allowing everyone access to the same data will create tools for the retail player to use. We know the tri tool is already out there. I'm sure the superfecta one is as well.
They said they were going to give us more information, but they said there's a lot of, they were like, there's so much misinformation out there, you clowns. And then it was like, well, because you guys are so damn secretive.
Yeah, they lie. They lie and they're secretive.
And then you say something, but it's not, you're saying something, but if a lawyer was to cross-examine you, it's said in a way where they're not actually saying anything.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, the reason they're trying to appease us is because they do not want to expose the wizard behind the curtain, because they'll probably all go to jail. All right, they're at the gate. They're loading. Who do we need?
We need 1, 5, 6, 8.
1, 5, 6, 8. How about 6? How about the 6? One time for the DTL Crew.
6 will
All right,
be.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna.
Finish the race. Oh my God. It's easy when you're good. I know it was a talk, but man, we hit it. It was fun. And I mean, my single came through Cedillo. That's 2 races now, so he's broken the offer. Like, we got to pay attention to him now. Our single. I also singled that horse on many tickets. In fact, let me see. No, I don't think I had the 2 with the 5. Oh, that would be silly if I did. Man, the 5, when I veered out like that, I was like, oh, don't tell me. Come on. Oh, Arkansas bred drunken sailors in the lane, huh? That was crazy. But you know what my pet peeve is, and that race showed it? You know, some of these smart jockeys like Mike Smith wouldn't let it happen. Like, the jockey on the 6, I was thinking, yeah, box that 2 up so he can't, like, close. Oh, I know. You see him look? He basically said, Kieran, oh my God. Can come around. I'm like, dude, I thought the same exact thing. I'm thinking in my head, keep the 2 box in. And then the jockey on the 6 actually looked at the 2. And next thing you know, on the turn, rolled out the red carpet. I did not like that at all. And then Santana for Bacon. That's something where, wink, wink, you'll get a ride next week. I mean, that's the kind of nonsense that really makes people go. But I was like, this 2 has nowhere to go. Great. And then he opens up a huge lane for him. And if the horse had anything, he would have won that race. You know, that's annoying. Well, that's what Dan said. He wouldn't touch the 2 with the 10-foot pole because Hartman is not good with 2-year-olds, and he's a good claiming trainer, but not. You know, this is. So let's see who won. Oh, what is that? 2 with 5. It's easy when you're good. Another Frank special. And then we come back to, again, thanks to me. And then the 5 that everybody and their brother had. So who has the 2? Even though we do a team ticket, as you guys can see yet again, Frank is insufferable. So I'm really going to have to start studying. And unlike this summer at Del Mar where I was nice and go, we hit. I'm going to start going, I hit. Let me explain something to you. Del Mar, I didn't have the bandwidth because I was so busy with everything. So my handicapping suffered a little bit. And I played possum and let you shine. I let you shine a little bit. Ever since Summer Del Mar ended, it's been a bloodbath. It's been a bloodbath, Kieran. Bloodbath. I can cap Churchill. I can cap Delta Downs.
I can do Oaklawn Park. Got any easier races? Any tougher races?
Need I remind you about my $12,000 hit last week? And
When we were not on air, off air.
how about my Labor Day $6,000 hit? Like when you start stacking up the wins, then we'll listen to you.
If a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it?
So let's
no
see.
One there? I don't know. What's the expression? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there, does anyone hear it?
So that pick 5 ended up no carryover, but the pick 6, 4 out of 6. Although you said they paid 4 out of 6.
I don't know the rules, Kieran.
I don't know. It looks like they only had a $7,000 carryover, so they didn't have. There wasn't that big of a pool.
No, that's what I said. The pick 6 isn't a good barometer for us because there was only 11,000 in the pool, but the pick 5. So that's interesting. The money was buried on the 2 in the pick 4. But all the normal money was on the favorite, and the favorite won. So that's just something to think about.
But I mean, that 2 was given every opportunity by the other jockeys to steal that race there. And that you saw the same thing. I was going, "What are you doing?" It's like that. That's what if that happened in Europe, Frank. Like if we were in Britain right now for that race, you know what would be happening right now? The jockey, the owner, and the trainer would be up in the steward's office explaining what Santana did, pulling out like that. If the 2 had pulled it off.
Yeah, well,
like,
the horse lugged out. But he looked behind him.
He looked, and then that happened. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Come on!"
Oh my God, we were thinking the same exact thing. Seriously, I mean,
Oh, Frank, while we're here and we have the guys on, we've been talking for our Spanish speakers and listeners. Can you tell us when you click on our videos on YouTube, are you actually able to? I think you can listen to it live, but my question is, and we can't really tell, when you're watching our stream live, are you actually able to do something? Because I hear that on Google, the browser, you can right click and it should translate what we say. I'm not sure. So that's a question because we'd like to try and open up the market.
Junior reached out to us about that and he had some ideas. I think, maybe we'll do a conference call with him and put our heads together and see what we can figure out because this information is too good to be in just one language. It should be in French, Chinese, Japanese. Les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. God, Scatoni is on fire, man. This guy's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Let's see. What did that pay? 134, and so you got your money back. At least you got your money back. Mm-hmm. And I ended up doing $10 on our co-bet, so we actually made more money on our co-bet than your actual $5 bet. Let's figure out what we're going to do with that
communal money. I think we should try and build it up, and then maybe do a contest or a giveaway or something. Give something back to the listeners. We'll figure it out. But no, seriously, good job constructing that wager.
I mean, it was something we talked about doing, and I was hoping when we did it that we would be back to being a team. But no, Frank the Gloat is back to his old thing, so I'm going to do my ticket myself now. The hell with Frank. I'm out of here. I'm out.
we are a team. It's just that there's an I in team. Spelled T-E-A-M-I, Team I. No, look, Kieran, you know what? You were awesome.
We got a double to start. I mean, that's always a good sign when we get a double to start the meet, and I like the racing here. I'm glad they gave us a reason.
You were so great to single that. You had that chalk. I mean, you had that 5. That's – if it weren't for you picking the favorite in the last race, I don't think we would have hit.
No. I mean, he ended up going off at – did he end up getting hammered?
Yeah, what were the final odds on that? Because
oh my God! Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong track. I was going to say, wow, he really got hammered. No,
I got 3-1.
That's actually pretty. That's not a bad price.
No, well, that's what I was saying, Kieran. Like, I don't think the computers knew what to do in that race.
And then the annoying thing, like if that, I was thinking 5-2, 3-1. I wish the CAWs had the cutoff there too, or even on a chalk like that, I probably would have maybe done some win money on the horse if I knew it. But I mean, I guess it really didn't change much. We've not watched enough yet. I mean, it's one of those things when we watch a new track, we see how we're going to play it. The exacta there paid Frank $11.36. So we had a
$1
for $1. Yeah. So we had
All right,
a
let me do the
380
math.
or
Hold on, hold
330 over 854.
Wait, hold on, Karen. Let me get my calculator out. So what was the win price?
330.
$3.30? What?
Yep. Was the win month? Oh wait, wrong track.
No. Horse was
Yeah.
3-1. It should be $8 or something.
Hang on.
Not a lot of money in the win pool. 75,000.
Yeah, and I mean that's people are.
Oh no, wait, I'm in the
money.
wrong race. That's 8 horses. There were 13. Well, oh no, that's race 1. Hold on.
Okay, here we go. So $8 over $5, Frank.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
That's $40 for the math deficient people.
Okay, and what did
They paid
divide that to the $20? What did the exacta pay?
$16.90.
For $1?
Yeah.
So the exacta paid less than what it should have.
Yes.
So that combo was overbet.
And that's the problem with. I mean, we saw a better payout in the other leg because we kind of had a price, but this was a 3-1 morning line essential favorite over a 4-1 morning line almost favorite.
And you know what, Karen? I'm going to say that wasn't computer money. I think that was just people money because it was such an obvious combination that a lot of people had exacta boxes. I think if the computers loved that combo, it would probably have paid $11. So just something to think about. I mean, right? I mean, I didn't see anything funny.
No, I saw nothing funny that we've seen at other tracks. And
we didn't see any late odds drops during the race in the races we did.
And even this horse with no cutoff, like we didn't see Brunia stayed at 3-1, like didn't drop like many times. We'll see it go to 6-5. You know, with all that late money, we didn't see that move.
I'm liking it. I think we should do another one on Sunday. What do you think?
I absolutely agree. I mean, I like the racing here. And they've got, I mean, opening weekend, they've got big cards. And I think, you know, the stats I put up there earlier, what was it? Last year, it's Del Mar numbers they have. 9.5 horses per race. Is pretty healthy. Like massive fields now having like 5-6 horses, etc. You know, so
I don't know, Karen. I think we might have to do an auction and have a bidding war between Oaklawn Park and Santa Anita. Who wants the exclusive rights to Double Trouble? Because we basically tripled both of their pools today. Both of them tripled.
And look how many people didn't even know Oaklawn was doing this low takeout bet till we started. I mean, you were saying people were reaching out, going, "How did you know about that?" And Frank was like joking to me. He's like, "Well, Kieran's on vacation because we didn't get 50 likes when we did our 900-hour, you know, pod.
We did get 40 though.
And I was like, well, Frank, we got to do it because guess what they're doing?
I know. I'm going to tell you right now.
We're doing our bet. $3 pick 3.
You know how I bust your chops
double. I mean, that's all we asked for.
Kieran, I bust your chops all the time, but I told you this earlier, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to tweet it too. I didn't know about this wager. Ed DeRosa of Horse Racing Nation. He's been in this business a long time, and he knows these Midwest circuits so well. He did not know about this wager. I am telling you right now, no one would have played this bet if it weren't for you. Because you were like, Frank, look what Oaklawn Park's doing. Same thing that Del Mar and Santa Anita have been doing, what our show is all about. We put it out there. We pumped it up. People are like, oh, really? 50% takeout?
That is that's a great track management. They saw what the guys wanted, and they put it out for us. And look, they got rewarded. Look at their pool numbers.
Kieran, they didn't promote it.
Yeah, there was hardly any press on it. Yep.
You found it buried in an article.
That was our big thing too.
You found it buried in an article, sent it to me, and I even asked you, I'm like, where did you find that? Because I can't find it anywhere, and I'm not gonna tweet it out if I can't have proof. Mary Rampolini wrote the very last paragraph in her Oaklawn Park opening day preview. I went to the website. I couldn't find it. I no idea until I saw that. So someone like me who lives and breathes and eats horse racing and betting, someone like Ed DeRosa, who's an industry luminary, didn't know about it. They did nothing to promote it. If you didn't see that, and if we didn't do the show, they would have had the same old numbers as before. And Mr. Guitar put up, he's like, usually
that
40,
bet might have
50,000
gone away.
in those
Like
pools.
and when these tracks roll out these bets and the pools are the same, they go, well, see, we tried. Back to the same old, same old. We gotta bet these pools when they offer us player-friendly bets. Bet them, because more and more tracks are going to look and go, wow, look at Churchill when we did that opening show. Their numbers were up 100%. Like, people want these low takeout bets, and the track can survive. You're doubling your pools.
That's the thing.
You're doubling your pools. We would have never bet Oaklawn. We would have been on vacation till Santa Anita opens, and now we're going to be firing away for the next 3 weeks, Frank.
Every day.
Yep.
I mean, we're only going to do shows Friday and Sunday, but I mean, I'm playing it tomorrow. What am I going to do?
I'm playing tomorrow, so I'm absolutely going to play tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is so here's the thing here. Track management, they're scared to lower takeout because they think they're going to get the same handle. So would you rather have 23% of 100,000 or 15% of 100,000? What they don't understand is that the lower the takeout, the handle can actually grow. It might not grow exponentially the first year, but we had a daily double pool at Del Mar that was over 400,000. That is unheard of. It was more than the pick 3 and pick 4 that day.
Yeah, we had more money than the pick 3. And then closing weekend at Santa Anita, same thing, monster numbers in the double.
Yeah, so here, real quick, we're going to roll through. But no, I'm giving you all the credit, dude. So when Oaklawn Park sends, hey, guys, keep doing the show, and they send us a hat, you get the hat.
There we go. Actually, you know what I'd like? I'd like a hotel room at their casino for their contest in January, so that we can go play on track and do a show on track. Like,
do it live right at Oaklawn Park.
Yep.
Double Trouble invades Hot Springs. Okay, so Mr. Guitar, average daily double pool, race one around 30 to 40K. Late double pool, 115. Come on. Dan H, there we go. Yes, we hit it. Jeff likes when you play me off. You play me off stage when I'm pontificating.
No, look, you saw Dan's thing. This is like another track that we know that does this as well, Frank,
I couldn't find it on their website, Dan. I thought Kieran was lying, making it up. He had a dream. He was drunk. I don't know. No, I didn't really think that. But if Kieran didn't see it, no one would know about it. No one. But you know what?
Yeah,
I think
other tracks that we talk about, Del Mar.
Oaklawn Park is smart. They have good management. Maybe they just wanted to roll it out and see what happens. 'Cause a lot of these tracks are scared to promote 15% because they think the handle's not going to be. It's going to be the same old boring handle, and they're going to lose money.
We got to look at this. Someone posted this here, and we actually got to do the math because I think they're wrong. Because someone said they didn't think the double payout was good. So can we do the math? So I thought the double payout was pretty decent considering the prices.
All right, let me see. What we're going to do.
Oh, this is what he said. So let's do that. So we're going to go to race 9. I thought it was pretty healthy.
Okay, what did it pay in first
race
leg?
9. The winner paid $12.60.
So
$12.60.
I'm going to do it with a calculator, and then I'll do it with ChatGPT because sometimes the math gets fuzzy. So $12.60
times 8
times 3 divided by 2. Okay. And what's the next one? $8 with the. Are you there? What the second leg pay?
Yeah, $8.
8. 2. Yeah, my math says $75. But let me do it with AI. What did it pay? 50 something?
It paid for $5. We've got $134.
Oh, so it paid way better.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did a $3. I'm sorry, $2 win parlay. That's my bad. I thought we were doing the pick 3. Okay, what did the first horse pay?
$12.60.
And
over $8. $8.
Yeah, well, $50. And what did it come back? What did it pay for five? Oh no, wait, that's
I paid
$2.
$134 for $5.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. $5 win parlay. Oh my God, my brain is fried. $5 win parlay.
Wow. Where did we?
With
Unbelievable.
horses.
I'll do it in future.
Paid $12.60, right? $12.60 to win and $8 to win.
No, that's it.
Now we'll see. 126.
We still made a little bit, slightly more, $8 more, but it still paid more.
It's more for a super logical combination.
I mean, like I said, I mean, that was 1 million people and their mom had the number 5 as a single, you know what I mean, on the last leg.
Exactly. That's the reason. Even though the horse
it still paid more than what you would normally get sometimes on that.
Kieran, even though the horse was 2-1 or 3-1 on the tote, it was paying a lot less in the double, but it was still more than the parlay. And that's because of the 15% takeout, and that's because the computers aren't hammering the logical combination. This was a logical combination. Don't forget, Tony, everybody on the show had it. Everybody on the show had it. 400 subscribers had it. So,
yep.
All right, let's roll through and wrap it up here. Thanks, guys. Fun afternoon. Thank you, Froggy Mushroom. Oh, look at Dan H. Oh, Dan H. the Degenerate. He's already at Turfway. Love it. I do not want to speed cap it. I'm sorry. I want to wrap up the show. Congrats on the hit. Thank you. See, MKT had a nice hit there. Most of 5-double. Congratulations. Sorry, Dan. You're on your own at Turfway.
Yep.
Good luck. All right. He's giving out the 5 in race 2 at Turfway. That was great. There you go. If you're playing Turfway, follow Dan.
I tried another ticket there the other day, Frank, and it was Bomb Central. And I actually had 3 bombs, and I ended up couldn't get my favorites home to finish it up. So I'm done.
Yeah, there's always one impossible horse. Always one impossible horse. You guys have made the pools higher. These tracks owe you. Thank you, John. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
So I'm not going home in trouble, and thanks to Kieran's brilliant idea of combining tickets and piggybacking on my knowledge and expertise and brilliance, he's not going home in trouble either, thanks to our communal ticket.
And me sucking up some more chalk up my nose, we got the second leg.
Well, at least today you didn't complain about your long shots running second.
I mean, but hey, we actually got some play. I mean, halfway, 3/4 of the race, we had 5-1-6. I mean, we were looking good, you know.
We were looking great, and then I was really worried, like you were. I thought the 2 had a horse, and the 6 rolled out the red carpet for him, and I said, "You got to be kidding me!" But
that's the other thing. The same thing with jockeys opening the rail, but it is what it is. Anyway, we didn't. We're out of here Sunday. I'm assuming, right, Frank? Same time, same bat channel.
Yeah, assuming it's a 10 race card, I'll set up the studio. I'll post it out. I'm kind of excited. I think I'm going to download the PPs for tomorrow and just get cranking right now. This is good, Kieran. We got opportunities here.
And I like that they roll their PPs out early, you know what I mean, versus us having to wait so long.
Oaklawn's a good track. They do things right. Gosh, yeah. I mean, how great would it be to do a show there on track live? That would be phenomenal. Anyway, all right. Dan H., good luck with your Turfway bets. Kieran, double trouble. Activate. We hit it together.
Yep, no trouble today.
No trouble. We hit it together. We go home. We go home happy. No spam for me tonight. I get a nice dinner. All right, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. And again, you're the reason that Oaklawn did these bets. 100%, and you're the reason they're going to keep doing them because you fired away, and the double and pick 3 pools were phenomenal. Final words, Kieran. Take us out.
Hey, thanks for betting it. We showed them. We doubled their pools. Let's do it again on Sunday.
Good night, everyone.